Hello, crypto fam. I got a lot of people asking, what's the best way to short in a market like this, especially when right now we do see that we've kind of hit a resistance. So let's get into today's video. We're going to go over Margex and how to use it to short on it. I really like Margex because it's one of the simplest exchanges to do that with. Of course, I do have my link below, so if you're going to trade on it, do me a favor and click that link. But regardless, let's get right into it today and hopefully make this a little bit easier on you guys. So I have been using Margex for a while. It is one of the many exchanges that I do put a lot of effort into. The thing I like about Margex is it's very easy to use leverage, and this one does not require KYC. And one more thing, it does allow you to cross use your margin. So if you have $1,000 in Bitcoin, you could be trading Ripple while using the BTC in there, where many other exchanges do not let you do that. You have to use one specific USDT token, whatever specifically you're trading is what you are trading. But in this specific case, Margex allow you to use cross leverage and cross margin. So I really freaking like that. Let's get into understanding what is shorting in a sense. Shorting is basically where you are selling at a position, basically borrowing the money from the exchange, stating, look, if the price is at this level and it goes down, I want you to pay me the difference of what it's going to end up at. So for this example, let's say we were to short Bitcoin right here. In this example, if Bitcoin was to hit, let's even say a 1% down to here, then you would have made that margin difference for yourself here as that win. If Bitcoin was to shoot up and you had shorted it, you would then until lose that position, because you're basically making a bet that the number you're currently at is where it is topping out at, and everything under is going to be your spread, which entail is your profit. The nice thing about Margex is it gives you two options. You can use isolated or you can use cross margin. Cross margin is letting you use your entire balance. So any other token you've got, that would be part of the liquidation price. Now, if you use isolated, you're only taking a risk on what you had bet as your main amount. So if you had put $50 in there and that was your amount and that was an isolated bet, then that would be your full loss. If you had put $50 but done cross margin and you have another $50 in your account, you have double the space for it to move. But if it takes that whole space, then you lose the entire balance. So you need to be very cautious and keep that in mind. But if you do it right, you have a chance to make $100, $200 to $500 to $1,000 a day. I mean, the whole point of being able to trade is to remove your day job, which many of us have, and I know many of you can too as well. So first step, let's get you comfortable understanding what cross and isolated leverage is. So in this example, I'm going to use isolated leverage. This is just one of my fun accounts. There's nothing in here, so don't stress. Very easy. I don't even care about this position. We're not doing TA. I'm just trying to show you guys how to do. Now, let's say we do want to short BTC in this example at 100x leverage. Then what we would be able to do is I'm going to open an isolated position, 100x. Look, so there's only $2.35 in USDT, which is what we're going to use in here. So if I use this specifically and I 100x it, it's actually opening a $233 position. When you think about it that way, you guys, you are multiplying it by 100. Now, if Bitcoin goes down 1%, I will have made 100% on my money. In this example, it is nothing. Again, this is not to show you guys to trade. This is to show you how to use the platform, because that's the foundation of actually getting good at using it. Once you understand the platform, it is going to be way easy for you to understand TA. It's going to be very easy for you to hopefully understand the emotional ripples that you're going to go through. And if you can handle those, you are going to have a lot better probability of actually succeeding in this market. So let's open a very small position short here. So in order to do that, we're going to do the 100x. You have two options. You can do a limit or a market. If you do a market, then it immediately buys it at or sells it. In this example, we're going to short. So it's going to sell it at exactly the price that's in the order books in the market, which is what is listed here. Now, let's say I didn't want to do that and I would like to actually save some money. And here's why I say this, because exchanges charge different fees. If you do a market order or a limit order, there are two different fees that go into it. So in this example, let's just do 63,000. At a $63,000 short, and we open the position here. You hear the ting, my favorite ting, and what it's basically doing now is it has fully opened a position here that puts it at 63,000. The position itself is not open, but we have an active order is what they call it. And in these order books, Bitcoin right now is not moving at all, but we are part of this bunch right here. So right now we see that there's this much quantity open at 63K for Bitcoin as a short. And yes, it moves around a lot because there's a lot of traders in and out, canceling their orders, turning them on, turning them off, and that's normal. So don't let that be a thing to you. Just focus on exactly what you're doing and your strategy. So in this case, if Bitcoin was to ride up to 63K, the position would open. And as the position would open, I would want to wait for it to get back to a lower resistance or a lower support line. And my estimation from what we're looking at here is it could go down to about here, which is not a big move, right? It's not a big move, but on leverage, it is a big move. And why do I say it that way? Because on leverage, every 1% is 100%. If you are 100x leveraging, which is why I like Margex, because it lets me do that on BTC and Ethereum and some of the big ones. When you're actually trading this bad boy and you click it, you can see which ones they will 100x. So if you're a big Ripple fan and you want to trade it, you can 50x Ripple right onto here. So there's a way to use leverage to your advantage. You just have to be smart about it. And again, have a solid plan and a foundation and understand cross, isolated leverage, understand limit and market orders, and then understand a long and a short position. If you can understand those foundations when you are trading crypto within using these exchanges, you have a huge advantage. And these advantages are what are going to get you to the next step, specifically in trading. There are many people that I know besides me that actually trade daily on Margex or many of these big exchanges, and they're making money, and that's actually able to replace their 9-to-5 job. And you can too. You just have to take the time and study A, the platform you're going to use, and then B, understand your strategy on going across from, are you doing TA? Are you doing fundamental? Are you doing a short-term trade, a medium-term trade, or a long-term trade? Those are all very, very, very specific things you need to plan before you start executing. I hope this brought a lot of value to you guys. Click that young like, subscribe, and share button, especially if you start making some good money. Let me know. I'd love to hear the results, and I'll see you guys on the next one.